What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So we have a date. When the president is expected to sign the Social Security Fairness Act, and this would provide an increase for people who receive pensions. So we're talking about teachers, we're talking about law enforcement, we're talking about firefighters, we're talking about nurses, we're talking about people who work for state and local government. And so I want to show you, and this is coming from the National Fraternal Order of Police, and I got this on Facebook. Now, when you have to be very careful when you're looking at things on Facebook. And so I'm hoping this is authentic. I did hear this from other sources as well. And so that's why I'm sharing this with you. But be careful because social media, sometimes they're not giving you accurate information. But this is coming from their profile on Facebook, so I'll read this to you. It says, President Biden is scheduled to sign H.R. 82 into law on Monday, January 6, 2025. This landmark legislation represents a significant victory for public safety officers and government employees as it repeals the unfair windfall elimination provision, WEP, and government pension offset, GPO, in the Social Security Code. Stay tuned as we celebrate this historic moment. Okay, so, and then the question there was, will President Biden sign H.R. 82 into law? And then they're just showing you here that, yes, he will sign it into law, and it will be on January 6th. So that will be on a Monday. And so this is good news. This is definitely good news. Now we'll have to watch to hopefully this is true information. And what I think is going on here is he wants to have a signing ceremony. The White House is inviting these different organizations to attend this signing ceremony. And so that's why they know, and that's why they're putting the information out. But I will make sure to keep you guys up to date. And so that's this next week. So Monday, the anticipation is that President Biden will sign the Social Security Fairness Act. Now, where do we go from here? That's the important part. When are they going to start rolling this out? Now, we're going to have to be looking at Social Security to find out. They'll be putting out information, as well as we might hear more information from these different associations. They lobby Congress, and so they'll be able to figure out some of the different stuff that's going on. But this is definitely good news, and this is going to impact about 3 million people receiving Social Security benefits and impact them in a positive way where they'll be able to receive more in benefits. And so this is very good news for some people receiving Social Security benefits. Now, the next move is they need to reform Social Security. They need to provide an increase across the board for people receiving Social Security benefits. And the only way that you're going to do that is by reforming Social Security. And right now, all they're doing is putting little Band-Aids on some of the issues that surround Social Security. But what they really need to do is reform it so they can extend it out for another 50 years. And so hopefully that talk will start to happen. The only fear that I have, and I talked about this in a previous video, the only fear that I have is they're not talking about expanding Social Security. They're not talking about any expansion. They're talking about cutting Social Security. And so when I say they, I'm just saying certain politicians are talking about that. You do have politicians that have proposals that expand Social Security. So that's out there, but it's been out there for years. But the new talk, what we're hearing now, raise the full retirement age, get rid of COLA, do these different things that would actually impact people who are currently receiving benefits. And it wouldn't be an expansion, it would actually cut parts of the program. So that's what we're seeing or hearing right now. And so I just wanted to bring this information to you so we at least have one association that's saying that, yes, it's going to be on January 6th. We'll probably hear some more organizations, associations out there saying the same thing, but we'll just have to wait. Now, there have been a few questions when it comes to the Social Security Fairness Act, and hopefully I've addressed pretty much all of them. But if you do have questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to address those. But there's a lot of questions that we don't know yet. So there's some of the stuff I'm not going to be able to answer. But we'll be following this bill very, very closely. So make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell notification so you'll get notified when I post videos. And one question I will address right now, because I've addressed this before, but people continue to ask me this: how far back are they going? And there was some confusion. Is it December of 2023 or is it January of 2024? The way that the bill reads, it's January of 2024. So it says December, it says after December of 2023 is basically what it says. So that means that January of 2024 to this point here, that is going to be retroactive, which means that people some people are going to be receiving a large check. That's the only way that I can see that they're rolling it out. I can't see them just kind of doing it little by little. They're probably going to send out checks to those individuals who qualify. And those are going to be big checks because it's going to be for a whole year. And so that's something, I know people ask that question, is it retroactive? Yes, it's retroactive to that point. Now, we might find out more information, and so I'll bring that to you if we do find out more information about how they're going to roll that out. But that's where it is. And then when it comes to the elimination of weapon GPO, they're going to have to, Social Security Administration is going to have to recalculate all of these benefits, and so that people are receiving. So that's going to be, in itself, that's going to be something that the Social Security Administration is going to have to come out, and I'm sure they're going to be sending out letters to people who are impacted, letting them know that we're doing a recalculation, and once they do that recalculation, then we'll see where that goes. And so hopefully they can get this done in the next couple of months. So January, February, maybe March. By March, we'll start seeing some real movement when it comes to that. One more thing before we go, I just want to show you this. I'm going to be doing this because I'm really trying to promote Blue Sky, promote my channel on Blue Sky. So make sure you go over to Blue Sky and you follow me. And all you need to do is at thetecshow.bsky.social. Now, I will have a link. It'll be pinned at the very top of the comments. So if you go down in the comments, you can just click on it. It'll take you over there. And what I'm doing over here is I'm basically just posting the videos, all of my videos. And so if you're not getting notifications on YouTube, and I know people tell me this, I'm not getting notified on YouTube when you post a video, then go to Blue Sky. And Blue Sky, all you need to do is follow my profile, and you're going to see anytime I post a video. As well as I'm retweeting, or I don't even know what Blue Sky calls it, but I'm doing that as well. I've left Twitter. My account's still open, but I'm going to close that. So I'm no longer going to be using Twitter. It's just too much drama over there. And Blue Sky is it's cleaner. It's a cleaner format, and it's easier to post videos and things like that. And I think the videos are actually getting views. People are actually seeing them. Whereas in Twitter, I didn't get that impression. When I posted on Twitter, usually the videos wouldn't get any views. And the only thing that I can think of is when you're dealing with different social media platforms, they don't like to share. Like Twitter doesn't like to share videos that you post on YouTube because it takes you away from Twitter to go watch a video on YouTube. And so they don't like that. And so they tend to not push those videos out and not promote those videos as much. So Blue Sky, I'm pretty sure they probably have a similar platform, but as of right now, they are showing and sharing these videos, so I appreciate that. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. Make sure you subscribe. Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.